Hey guys, welcome back to the We're Going 5 podcast. Last week was a bit of a slow week, but this next week we have some packed tournaments. We have Rotterdam, we have Dallas. Let's get into this as fast as possible. Ismaeel, what do you think of this stacked tournament?
Yeah, I'm super psyched for this ATP 500 in Rotterdam.
Yeah.
Haven't seen this many top players go to an ATP 500 in a while. Yeah. We have Alcaraz.
We're supposed to have Sinner.
Yeah, we're supposed to have Sinner, defending champion. It would have been so cool to have him.
He's busy skiing at the moment.
Yeah, so he earned that. And there are lots of cool storylines happening in this tournament.
Yeah.
Also, is Alcaraz going to finally get his first title on indoor hard? He's been struggling to get there.
Like someone we know.
Yeah.
Monsieur Rafa Renal.
Your boy. And so a lot of nice first round matchups we can get into. And I'm interested to see how this is going to go.
I think
Haroon
this is going to be
really
really interesting, because it's post Australian Open, it's a different environment now, going back to the normal time zone, normal conditions. So I'm excited to see, are we going to see some newcomers coming up? People are going to solidify their place, is Holger going to show us something? Is Hurkacz going to show us something? These are pretty exciting questions to ask. But I'm looking forward to Alcaraz, because we need Alcaraz to be dominant on hard court again and on indoor hard. So I'm excited for this one. It's going to be hyped.
For me, it's kind of like, to me, I'm thinking of it like the theme is Revenge Week. Even though it's not against certain players, but it's against just the players against themselves, whatever they were in the Australian Open. I wasn't able to get over them. Like Medvedev, how's he gonna look after that Tien loss? Is the fire even more fiery than it was before? Like Alcaraz, he wants to come back. He wants to show himself. He wasn't happy with what happened against Djokovic. So all these different players. Rublev, same thing. Haroon, he wants to show something. Didn't like how that ended. Lots of these guys have a bitter taste in their mouths. So I feel like this is their first big chance to come back. Okay, everyone's here. This tournament might not be a Masters, might not be a Slam, but at the same time, let's get back into this and let me show who I am. Let me get some revenge in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. But we have some first round fireworks.
Yeah, we have some good ones.
So let's get into some of these, because the draw is absolutely stacked, as we said.
It's a brutal draw.
Can you imagine? This might be nightmares for Alcaraz. He gets Botic van de Zandschulp again, the US Open nightmare.
And Botic's playing at home. This is in Netherlands.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to have the home crowd behind him.
Exactly.
And
so
it's
which
going to
is
be
scary.
fun.
And then round 2, we might get Auger Aliassime. So which is
tricky match. Auger's in form.
Yeah.
And he likes indoor hard, Auger.
Yeah. So the fact that Alcaraz has to go through these guys as the seeded one player, this is going to be a tough one for him.
He has a tough route.
Yeah, but also nice to sharpen his arsenal at the moment. Yeah. But we have other interesting matches. Like if I go through the draw, you have Medvedev facing Wawrinka, which it might be an easy match for Medi. You don't know, but also it's a nice match to have in the first round.
It's tough to get Wawrinka in the first round because he's in his full fitness. So later on, maybe a bit more tired.
Yeah, true. It's probably the worst time to get him.
It's the worst time for sure.
Then you have if you have Bublik against Menchik, a motivated Bublik against we know Menchik.
It depends.
So we have lots of these.
Sonego versus Haroon round 1. That's a big.
How about Popyrin versus Lehechka?
That's also a nice one. That's a nice one.
Both guys, up and coming. They want to prove themselves. They want to break into that next tier. They want to get into that top 10, that top 15. So that would be interesting to see.
Rublev gets Zhang.
Rublev, by the way, if I look at this, he has the best draw out of the top 4 guys.
I like his path.
Zhang, Maruchan, or Struff, and then you go into maybe a Hurkacz. And then obviously, but it seems like a nice draw.
That's if you're counting on Hurkacz. Hurkacz is not that reliable these days.
Former Rotterdam champion, Rublev.
Yeah, he likes the indoor hard.
He was the ATP 500 king at some point in time, by the way.
Yeah, he likes the indoor hard. He likes the faster courts on indoor. He will definitely be enjoying the playing conditions there.
A nice one that we might see, by the way, first of all, if Berrettini can get through Greek sport, he might get Tsitsipas. He probably should get a Tsitsipas. Yeah. Yeah, so that's also.
And the winner of that potential match would then face Medvedev.
Which is so we got some fire matches in this Rotterdam.
It would be nice to get an old rematch of that rivalry between Medi and Tsitsipas. It would be nice to get that beef continuing, although Mehdi's far ahead.
But that
of
beef
Tsitsipas.
is gone. That beef is gone. They said they buried the
Yeah,
hatchet.
but still the rivalry is close. They play each other well. They like
True.
to play each other.
Yeah, but at the moment, Mehdi's just way ahead.
He is, but you never know. Maybe Stitzy will get back up for that
Maybe
match.
that's the thing that brings the fire back into
Maybe.
Tsitsipas's game. So
Yeah.
that would be nice to see. But the favorites so far, how are we looking at this? How are we looking at this?
I
Who are
mean,
the favorites?
I mean, Mehdi has a nice path, as you
Yeah.
just mentioned. Alcaraz has a brutal one for
has a
me,
tough one.
as I look at his path. Someone who might have a nice run is the Demon, Alex
Ooh.
Demonauer.
Yeah, we
Finalist last year,
Yeah.
lost to Sinner there in the final last year. Likes the fast hard.
also wants revenge because what happened to against Sinner, so a revenge in
Yeah.
a certain way.
His run ended abruptly against the beast of
Yeah.
a Sinner.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun to see. Demon looks like he could go. I see Demon having a deep run as well. It will be fun to see how he matches up.
So it's a packed tournament, but I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but I feel like the atmosphere in Rotterdam is not the best.
It's dark.
Yeah,
gloomy.
it's so dark, and I don't feel the fans and the energy. Like, it doesn't get electric, even though we have some amazing matchups. The champions there, by the way, they are some like big names.
It's a good
They're
tournament. It's always been a good tournament, but the conditions look weird because it's so dark.
Yeah,
It
it's so
feels
dark, and no one gets hyped. I don't know if
But Paris is also dark, so I don't know why.
yeah,
Rotterdam-
exactly, and we still get the good vibes. So the thing that my only flaw that I see in Rotterdam is just the fact that we don't get this energy that we see in other tournaments, especially with this pact of a.
It's
of a
loaded though.
draw.
It's loaded. It's loaded, and I'm psyched for some of these matchups.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna get into the who you gots later on in the episode, so please stay tuned.
Quarterfinal match potentially Alcaraz Runa, huh?
Ooh,
That
yes.
would be spicy.
Yes.
But he has to get through Sonego
Yeah,
first.
yes, sir.
Okay, so we're going to the US of A. We're going to Dallas. That's an interesting tournament. There's some also big names there. We got Fritz. We got Casper Ruud. We got some interesting stuff. What do you guys think, Smite? What do
All the
you think
Americans.
what do you think of the Dallas lineup?
Yeah, well, it's all the top Americans are going there,
Yeah.
and so we're gonna potentially see some very nice American matchups going on.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, Casper Ruud has decided to join.
It's the Americans plus Casper.
Yeah, I think he prefers the outdoor hard to the indoor hard. Probably why he's going there.
He's in the ATP finals. This man has
True.
proven himself.
Sorry, maybe I
So-
I just laid some disrespect on Casper for
Yes,
no
you did.
reason.
Just,
but
just super weird.
yeah, it's some nice storylines also because we want to see Mickelson, we want to see Shelton, Tommy Paul coming off a semi at Australia.
Yeah.
Fritz with an early exit needs to prove himself again.
Revenge.
Needs the revenge.
Yeah.
It is a revenge week, so
Yeah.
I'm psyched for this one as well. It's quite loaded.
Yeah, probably not as much as the one for Rotterdam, but I think there's some nice matchups. Also, we have Mahach. Let's not forget Mahach is also there. So, which is a nice, and I've been enjoying Kecmanovic play tennis this year so far. So
He's fun to
Kecmanovic
watch
is
in
also
general,
there. So
Kecmanovic.
for round one matchups, let's focus on that Rinderknecht against Fritz, which
Yeah.
is
Some beef
we
there.
remember what happened in Roland Garros when Fritz was basically just shushing the crowd, and they had some beef there. So that would be nice, and also.
It shouldn't be Fritz is so much better than Rinderknecht though at the moment. So
But yeah, but Rinderknecht, I think he played college tennis, so he's ready for this.
Yeah,
and I
he
think he
likes
has
it.
some connection to to the U.S. tennis, so
Yeah.
which is going to be nice to see. Favorites for this tournament? Favorites? Haroon?
Yeah, like
Who do you have favorite?
I can't go against my boy Casper Ruud. He's my favorite to win it. I think he's
I mean, we don't need to announce your picks yet, but just in general, like other than who do you see going deep?
yeah. Then it's these tournaments is probably going to be the top seed. So I think it's probably going to be like Fritz and Casper going deep. I thought also maybe Mahach is going to go deep. Maybe some other American as well could come up shock us. So yeah, I think the top seeds are going to be deep in this tournament.
I have an interesting pick that I'm hyped on, but I'm going to get into that when we get into that segment when you go for the who you gots. But yeah, fun tournament. Rotterdam packed. Much more
I'm
fun.
interested to see really. I want to see Shelton back up his awesome performance.
Yeah,
in
let's see what
Australia.
happens there.
I
I want to see some Americans pick. Let's see TFO. Find your way back, my man.
Yeah.
You're a baller when you're on it. You're one of the best in the world. So we want to see that back.
I'm expecting Tommy to do really well. I'm expecting Ben Shelton to do well.
Yeah.
Fritz, expect him to do well. And so there's going to be some nice clashes there. Tiafoe has to find his way. It's been a moment.
None of you guys have brought up the guy that I'm taking for this tournament, but I'm going to keep this for
I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but I'm excited to see what he has moving forward because he is a man that loves the moment, and he's not afraid of anyone.
Let's go. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, this week we had very interesting stuff going on in the Davis Cup. But before we get into the Davis Cup, this was something very interesting that we actually posted on TSH Tennis, and you guys saw and you loved it. And it's the top countries so far in men's tennis at the moment. So within the top 100, we have obviously the Italians are by far the best. They have the
really
top. They have
quality.
11 guys in the top 100. Yeah. But a country I've been high on, and it is France. France has 10 guys in the top 100.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
So France.
Many of them very young.
French tennis is on the rise, and Ivan Lubicic, he's been in charge of the development of French tennis, so we can give him credit where credit is due. And then you have, obviously, they should be in this, the Americans with 9 guys in the top 100, and also the Australians with 9 guys also in the top 100. So it's nice to see who has been the most successful within like the development of their tennis. And so Italians are kings, but the French are not far off, and USA looks like it's making a comeback. So that brings us to our very interesting segments that we want to talk about within the Davis Cup. Ismaeel, take it away.
Yeah, there's some fun matchups we saw over the past couple of days with the Davis Cup. And for me, the closest matchup and the most fun one, I think, was Denmark.
Yeah.
Right? Because they actually surprisingly went down 2-0 to Serbia.
Medvedev got win over Haroon, huh?
So he took down Haroon. And I was super high on Haroon actually coming out of Australia, how he played Sinner. And Hamid Medvedev took him out really solid. And that was an impressive win.
It's nice to see because he decided to skip the Australian Open and play challengers to get some confidence, get some wins. And here he is. He picks up a top 15 win.
Very nice win. And credit to his team for managing him in that way. And so they went down. So Denmark goes down 2-0. And they have this young kid, Muller, who's playing singles for them. And he lost the first match. And then now they need to fight. So they win the doubles. And then Haroon wins his single match this time against Kecmanovic.
Again.
He beats Kecmanovic again. So
Kecmanovic wants revenge from Haroon soon.
Yeah. So
we need to keep an eye on the Ione Award for Haroon.
Ione Award for Haroon is coming soon. And then the smaller kid comes up clutch and wins the deciding rubber. Final set.
That's clutch.
He was also, he came back. I think he was down to break down in the second set. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was clutch. And this kid, he has a nice backhand.
Yeah.
I didn't know this kid has the game. It was cool.
Nice comeback. Nice to see that. Yeah.
That was cool. That's cool. And also playing at home in Denmark must have been a nice feeling.
Yeah.
And as a result, I am high on Haroon because of this win.
Nice.
The emotions from that, I think.
Well,
are
you
good.
know me. I said put some respect on Holger Haroon's name, and I'm going to stick by it for the foreseeable future.
It looks good. Looks good. Haroon, what do you like about the Davis Cup?
Yeah, and then also some similar intense, some nice hype is Nishikori. So Nishikori lost his match against Jacob Fearnley, and then he came back to win the final, the decider, the rubber against Billy Harris, and that was super exciting. Well done for Nishikori. Great stuff.
Clutch.
Yeah, super
clutch.
Does anyone as clutch as Katie Shikori?
He's super clutch. Like to win the deciding match, Robert, that has to be like the best feeling in the world. Like to come up clutch for your country, and he dominated 6-2, 6-3. That's a comfortable win. That's
also
nice
milestone.
300 hardcourt wins.
Yeah, milestone.
300 hardcourt wins for Nishi. That's impressive.
Yeah,
and he's come back a long way back from injury. That's nice to see.
Does this man have any haters? I don't think. Everyone loves Nishikori.
Yeah, he's just a nice dude.
Just a lovable.
He's good enough to be
to
be loved, but just bad enough to not to be hated.
I wouldn't use the word bad next to Kei Nishikori's name ever, probably.
Yeah. Well, lastly, Yousef.
Yeah, but now this one is one I want to get into, and we can have a discussion because, I was wrong when I said that Fonseca is going to lose to Rublev. But as I told you guys, and I love Fonseca, but I just want us to calm the train a bit. I know the Joao Fonseca train is here, but I think we need to calm, because he lost to Humbert in straights, and it was a convincing win. I know it was in France again. Like the first set was close. It was straight sets. It was in France, but we need to give Fonseca some time, because I've been slurping up that juice, and I'm watching that match. I'm like, is Fonseca gonna absolutely slap Humbert, who was a top 15 player? And then I'm like, okay, let's calm it down. Let's give him a chance to develop. Let him grow, because Alcaraz took him some time. Yeah, he burst onto the scene, but let's give him time to grow. He's going to be amazing. There were so many wow moments in this match, but at the same time, I think we need to give him his time to develop and grow. And let's see by the end of the season. But let's not push him so hard so fast.
Let me say, like, I think the whole French Tennis Federation had time to prepare for Joao, and they came up with a good game plan. Like even Humbert in the interview after. He was like, yeah, I knew he has some weaknesses in his return. He attacked the Fonseca backhand return.
He attacked Fonseca completely. Like, he was coming forward. That's what Humbert has. Humbert does
that. That's his play style. He comes forward. He has the super short backswing from both sides, and he can generate enough power. He's very quick. He's very quick.
And angles.
He likes in the post match. He also said that he asked for these fast courts because he likes the fast hard. Yeah. And so it's a combination of the conditions favor Humbert plus a good game plan, because he exposed the Fonseca backhand, especially off the backhand return. There were so many 30-alls in that match on Humbert's serve, where he goes to even on second serve, it's to the Fonseca backhand, error. I counted at least 4 wasted chances from Fonseca. Yeah. So on that sense, Fonseca has a lot of room for improvement on the return, especially. His return is still weak, expected from a young player.
That Rublev match is probably going to be one of the best matches he's played this year.
It's going to be one of the best matches of all time, because he was locked in the zone. Yeah. He might go back. He might say that's one of the best matches I ever played in my life. Rublev played great, and he lights out, kicked, like just played amazing. Yeah. The thing about Fonseca, though, is that I want to make the arguments for Fonseca, though. Like
there are arguments for him.
The positive to take away from it, very brutal environment. So he's playing France, at home in France. You know the French crowd is very wild. They're tough. And they were really on top of him the whole match. I want to say also that there's some, sketchy calls from the umpire that went against Brazil in that match specifically against Fonseca. And I think it was the important moments the crowd got behind him and he lost control. It wasn't that far away. He wasn't that far away. He's not supposed to be a top 15 player yet.
He beat the top 10 player in straight sets in a Grand Slam on the main stage.
Because he had all the momentum and all the confidence. I don't think
no pressure. So now there's pressure.
Yeah, he was playing the first singles.
From all the hype that you guys keep putting.
I also think that the fast hard maybe it's not perfect for his game yet. I think he will get there. I think he might like a little more time for his backhand specifically. But yesterday, every time there was something just like up the middle on his forehand side, that went 9-9. Yeah. Like it was over.
I saw some nice backhand winners too, by the way.
He can rip it from both sides.
He rips the ball.
He's like Alcaraz, where he takes a lot of risk.
Yeah,
he takes a lot of risk, and then when it's not on, it won't pay off. So yeah.
But that's a great strategy, though. Like you're young, you have nothing to lose. Go for all the risk. Try everything, explore everything, and then you can fine-tune things later on and play with less risk.
But that's just the style of play, and it's going to become that way.
No,
I don't think anything's going to change. Alcaraz does the same thing.
But I think he will become more consistent. The way Ben Shelton, we saw Ben Shelton become more. You remember how erratic Ben Shelton was in the beginning?
Yeah.
Like, and he would just rip every forehand he got and every backhand. Fonseca will need to tone it down a bit. Same like Alcaraz had to tone it down a bit.
But that's what we love about them. So you need to stay as you are Joao Fonseca. Remain Joao Fonseca at all times.
He's a very unique player, by the way. He's a very unique player.
Oh, I enjoy him and I love him and I can't wait to see him. I just want everyone to calm down on him, to give him a chance to develop and grow. Yeah, that's all I care.
Yeah. Humbert on his favorite surface in a home crowd.
Top 15 player.
It's not supposed to happen.
A great player in his own right.
But when he plays Fils today, and I'm very excited to see how that goes.
Let's see what happens.
He's 2-0 against Fils. Yeah. So let's see with the home crowd and the fast courts.
Fils is going to want revenge from that next gen.
Yeah, because if not, it's starting to be I own you.
And I own you. Yes, nominees left and right for the war seasons.
Yeah, well, let's take this and move on to spicy, no spicy.
A little bit spicy. Sorry, not as spicy at all.
There was a lot of drama in this Brazil-France matchup.
So much drama.
Especially in the matchup between Thiago Seyboth-Wild and Seyboth-Wild against Artur Fils. I don't know if you guys caught that.
Yeah.
First, you saw it like a 4-all break point. You know, there's that short drop shot. Fils comes in, backhand, clips the net, then eventually goes out. Umpire calls touch on Thiago.
Wild call.
Basically giving Fils the break and basically the match, because that was the 4-5 in the second set, and Fils is going to serve for it. So, I mean, bizarre. Why is there no video review on that call? Also, honestly, I don't think he touched it on that call. We saw a missed call. Yousef, you saw the missed call in the Fonseca match.
Yeah. It was way out that serve.
It's so sad to see that. Like, it kills the credibility and also the flow of the match.
Yeah.
Also, there was another point in the Fils match where Thiago took a return down the line, forehand return down the line. It was called. It was in. Fils makes the error, and then the umpire says that Thiago called challenge. The commentator on the feed I was watching actually said that he also heard Thiago call challenge. I personally did not hear a challenge called. And then that gave away the point. That was just part of like the drama of that match. I don't know what you guys saw in that. What did you think?
I don't have much thoughts on it. To me, it's just so weird how, also it got spicy in the end after the match.
The handshake.
Yeah, but I like Fils. I know you're like maybe good sportsmanship. You saw he didn't touch it, but at the end of the day, the game is the game, and it's a close match, and it's tough. What did the umpire call? He called that fine. Like he's like, okay, I'm gonna. He didn't do anything wrong, but he did. But like at the same time, it wasn't the classiest thing, because if you saw it and see what Vilch was, he's telling him like, say something, say something. You know, I didn't touch it. So, yeah, when I play, like I don't think that's how I want to win matches or win points. So I disagree with it. But I understand you want to win a match for your country, so you're gonna.
He wants to serve for the match.
Yeah, I'll take anything they're gonna give me. So, but to me, the weirdest thing was Davis Cup's posting about this and talking about this.
Yeah.
Like, this is a disgrace. Like, it's an absolute disgrace that you're even talking about this for the tournament. So why would you even bring this up? If anything, you'd probably want to hide it. And you're talking about you just want.
They're like getting the fans' opinion. What do you think happened?
Do you think?
What do you mean? You have video review.
Exactly. How about fix this? So that was weird to me. Yeah.
I would have liked to see Fils give the point, or actually ask to replay the point. Yeah. I honestly feel he saw it.
Yeah, he was right there.
He was right there. I feel like he saw it, because I couldn't tell from the conversation if he was saying like I didn't see it, or if like that's what the umpire
just kept
called.
pointing at the umpire. So
like do the classy thing and let I don't know. But maybe he didn't see it.
Also, we saw a similar thing. Remember with Draper and Ogier Aliassime last year. So like. Yeah, it's not the nicest thing, but
the thing, I don't want to be unfair to Fils or Draper. Like maybe they didn't see it, but like if you saw it, you have to give it. Guess, like if you saw it, like tennis is the ultimate gentleman's sport. You have to give it back.
I guess, yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you.
No, I think that's.
Fils lost some fans that day with the call. He lost some fans.
The crowd loved him. He won his.
I'm surprised that if he didn't lose all of the fans that are non-French, like it's so clear. It was so clear that he didn't touch it, and he's also super close to the net, so it wasn't like he's way back in the court, like he couldn't see it. Like he can see it so clearly that he didn't touch it, and he knew the way his body language of referring to the umpire. I'll ask him. He called it. It's like it was a bad move, like really bad. I did not like that from Fils at all. And even like the fact that the umpire is not even willing to, so weird. Why aren't umpires willing to reconsider their call? Like that's probably one of the worst things in tennis, that they say, "Oh, we called it, like it's over, like I called it, that's what I saw." Like that's so unfair, so bad. This 100% needs to change. You need to like every time. How many times did we see with players going to ask? Bring the umpire, bring the referee, or bring somebody from outside to talk to, and it still becomes just the official call of the umpire on the court. Like even if it's 100% wrong, That's totally unfair, and they don't get any repercussions for any of the mistakes that they make. Nobody tells them, "Oh, you made a bad call," and these are things that cost people their livelihood. There's a lot of emotion involved. There's a lot of stakes involved in that match. So the fact that you just say, "Oh no, I saw it that way," like, yeah, you could be wrong. Like you could be wrong, and you could say no. And it's just so weird. Like, I don't know. It feels so shady. Oh, the like, it's such a so bad.
Yeah, I think like the move to first full online calls and video review, that's the way forward. Like we already have the what's it called, the digital calls. Like that should be here. That should be here to stay. Like we need video review too. Yeah.
Another interesting one. It might not be as spicy as this one, and it might not be even spicy at all, but I think I need to bring it up. Basilashvili, welcome back, Basilashvili, also welcome to the main stage.
One of my players represents me, my alter ego.
One of your guys. Back, he's playing the quarterfinal in Montpellier, and then down against Rublev, 5-2, 40 love. Rublev serving, and he's about to serve, and then all of a sudden, Basilashvili needs to just walks to the net and retires from the match. It's feel like it was the weirdest time to retire. I have no idea what that was. Even like just let Rublev serve it. It was weird. Obviously he was injured and something was up with the ankle. But I'm like, oh, that was like, it was a weird one for me.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's not the first time we see that though, because I think we've even seen like some of these young guys. They've done it a lot. So it's just weird. Yeah.
I guess it made no difference. 5-2, 40 love. Why not?
He's probably like
maybe it was probably the only satisfaction he was gonna get from the match. Like, Rublev couldn't even close.
At least I didn't lose a set.
Yeah, I guess so. You could say.
Yeah, it's a bit unusual, but like he lost anyway, so I don't know. He decided, okay, let's cut it here now.
Yeah, I guess it made no difference.
Yeah, it's unusual.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to one of our favorite segments. Cool dude moment of the week.
Oh my God, so much energy in this return. I love it for my story, Rog. Oh my God.
Yousef, you have one.
Can I just preface this by saying, is anyone as humble as Carlos Alcaraz? Because we saw a video, not surfaced, the Rotterdam tournament posted about him when he was arriving to Netherlands. And the man he took a commercial flight. So this guy is a Grand Slam champion. He's a multi-millionaire. He has so many endorsements, everything. And he took a normal commercial flight. And then they're making a video of him arriving, and they're basically waiting. And then the guy that's supposed to be there, you can see the video. We're going to post the video of this. And then has to wait. He's saying that Alcaraz waited for an hour and a half just to take his luggage. And you can see, and then they actually film Alcaraz. He's just sitting all alone, sitting on the chair, waiting for his bags to come. And no drama, no diva, nothing going on at all. He's just sitting there waiting for his bags as a respectful human being. And then he takes his bag, basically after an hour and a half, takes his bags and he leaves. And then he has the biggest smile on his face, nothing, as if there was nothing going on at all. This isn't the world number 3, former world number 1, Grand Slam champion, won everything you can win in tennis. And he just taking commercial flight, had to wait so long for his bags, leaves, and then they're giving him gifts. Oh, thank you very much, and just the biggest smile on his face. And then it just reminds you, like, how can you not love Carlos Alcaraz?
You can't.
The man is as lovable as they come. Like, and he reminded me, like, when I have anything that goes on when I need to travel, and then I leave, and if I have to wait an hour and a half for my bags, I'm probably going to be the angriest person you can think of. And then, no, he just has a smile on his face, and he has every reason for him to be angry, and he is not. And that just shows you how humble he is as a human being and how his parents raised him the right way. And nothing changes him. He is as down to earth as they come. And it was, to me, that was just the coolest thing I saw. And it was a reminder to me to deal in my everyday life and just like, it's no problem, just let things go. But love Carlos Alcaraz for that.
He's a humble guy. He's a chill guy.
Yeah.
All the footage we see about Alcaraz, when you saw in the Australian Open how he's saying hi to the security guards, the guys that open the doors in the cafeteria. Yeah. That's who Alcaraz is. He's just a nice guy. Yeah. He's a humble nice guy.
I love Carlos Alcaraz.
It's nice
that's what you want to see from our champion, from the tennis champion.
Exactly. Just the perfect example. He's the perfect on and off the court.
He's a great role model.
Yeah, it just showed, like, the fact that like it's a normal thing to do. You wait for your bags like any other of the 8 billion humans on Earth that wait for their bags. But so it's not so noble of him to wait for his bags. But it's because we rarely see it from top players and top athletes and people that are estimated to be worth $40 million or whatever, to be sitting like a normal person, just like anybody else sitting next to you on the bus or whatever. But yeah, so it's nice. It's cool to see. He's a relatable guy, just like anybody else, and that's why you like him. You like him because he's just a human. At the end of the day, he doesn't make you feel like he's above you or like above anybody. So that's what I feel is pretty cool.
He's going to an ATP 500. It's not like he's on his way to a great. He's on his own going to an ATP 500. He's your top seed, and he's like no preferential treatment. Just so yeah. No, I don't expect. If I'm
it just shows he's not a diva.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
Like, he didn't need to go. He didn't need to fly with like a private jet or first class.
And it's
he
Europe.
doesn't need
It's from
60
Spain
people
to
with him.
Netherlands.
Doesn't need bodyguards. He's just him.
Okay, well,
yeah.
I have another cool dude moment of the week that I would like to share with you guys. And not is anybody surprised that Bublik is here also? Bublik is falling into the cool dude moment of the week.
He finds his way into these.
Bublik we're going to call it the Bublik moment of the week, probably. But Bublik had a cool dude moment where he just he just decided to let the ball kid play instead of him in the middle of the game in his match, which was pretty cool. It's not the first time we see him do something cool like that, or weird and funny on the court. And yeah, it was quite nice and cool. Bublik just reminds us that it's just a game at the end of the day. Don't take it too seriously, and just let's have fun and share a few smiles at the end of the day. So what did you guys think of it too? I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was down 5-1, and he was like, "Yeah, might as well let this kid try something." In the second set, yeah. And so, but he won the game, right? So, so even the kid helped him maybe break the momentum just enough to win the game. Yeah. Kovacic was shocked though. He was like, "What? Okay, all right, sure." But then he dumped the return in the net that the kid started.
Yeah,
he was like,
"I'm not." He wanted this to be over as quick as possible.
Yeah, he wanted to move on.
Yeah. So in a way, the match was over. He knew it was over. He didn't throw the match. He was just down. He was down.
Yeah, he didn't throw the match.
It was tough to come back. So, then like you said, he knows it's a game, and Bublik, he knows.
Yeah, exactly.
I think once he collects the paycheck he wanted, he's like, all right.
He's a defending champion, so he lost some points there. So
yeah.
Well, he was my champion. So for this year again, but I guess Kovacevic, well done to you, my friend.
The Slayer Kovacevic took out Rublev along the way as well.
Yeah. Well, moving on, we need to bring up a few things that happened this week that are really interesting, and they are some milestones. We have some milestone alerts for you guys. So, Ismaeel, what do you have one for us?
Yeah, well, Djokovic is in the news, right? And
of course.
Well, I mean, he's always breaking just records and having new milestones all the time. But guess what? He's now had over 1,000 weeks in the top 100. Which is absolutely insane. And he joins his rightful companions with that regard, with Nadal and Federer. Yeah. And it feels right that it should only be those big three with that record. Yeah. Something that shows the level of consistency, dedication, mental fortitude, sacrifice, and just unbelievable level. To be able to maintain it that long, it's such an awesome record. I don't think I've been great for anything for 1,000 weeks. Have I even been alive for 1,000 weeks? I don't even know at this point. But that's just unbelievable. He's been in the top 100 forever.
Yeah.
It's
special.
yes, you have been alive for 1,000 weeks.
I think it's. I haven't been the top at anything during those 1,000.
Special stuff.
Top
and
human.
Also, it's. I think Djokovic. He's proud of that because he also reposted on his story. So I think he's proud of having that record and joining Nadal and Federer.
He should be.
Haroon, do you have one?
Yeah, I do. So this is another milestone that speaks to the longevity of these amazing players, and that's Richard Gasquet. Richard Gasquet. He reaches unlocks a milestone of the second person to win an ATP match for 24 seasons straight, which is awesome, crazy. Speaks to that's what? I'm now 27. So so like he's been winning a match for almost my entire life, which is crazy, like crazy impressive. Speaks to how much of a professional he is, and he carries himself every single year, staying fit, staying true to becoming a great player every time. It's awesome to see that he's able to be competitive for that long. But also winning an ATP match is super hard. Like, talk to anybody just coming up trying to become a professional tennis player. It's super hard. The fact that he's winning a match for 24 years, it's crazy. Well done, Richard.
Yeah. I don't have much to add to that. All I can say is, yeah, it really is remarkable, and it's a good thing that you talked about how special that is. 24 consecutive seasons.
It's super special. And like, he has not had the heights of, the big three, but he's had a great career.
Yeah, no, amazing. Richard Gasquet is a legend.
He's a legend. And that one-hand backhand is going down in history.
He's the last guy standing from the golden generation of French tennis. It's going to be sad to see him go. He's going to say goodbye this year. We also have Peke saying goodbye soon. So we have some goodbyes coming up, by the way, in these next few months.
Yeah, true.
Which are going to be sad.
Yeah, childhood is getting destroyed.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we always like to tell you where we were right and where we were wrong. Where we were right, guys. Guys, technically, I'm still right because Auger is in the final, and I told you Felix is going to make it and win the title in Montpellier. So I was correct on that. However, you guys were both wrong. Yousef, you had Bublik.
Yep.
Haroon, you had Rublev.
Yeah.
Both of them getting taken down by Kovacevic. We're filming before Auger wins this match or plays this match. So I'm counting on Auger. It will be 2 titles for him if he wins, huh? He's starting off solid.
Imagine he had to have this segment in the podcast just so he can talk about himself.
I made the correct prediction. I think I'm on to something.
Well, I hope Auger Aliassime loses. So this thing ages like milk.
You don't want to give me my credit. My credit is due, my friend.
He definitely most probably going to win. And hats off to Auger in advance. And he's coming back to be a great player. Good job, Ismaeel. Nice pick.
Respect Kovacevic.
Let's see.
Respect. He took down
we'll see how that one ends. Yeah. Well, last but not least, let's talk. We need to get into our picks. We said we have Rotterdam, we have Dallas. So first of all, we have the stacked Rotterdam. Ismaeel, who you got?
I'm going with an unconventional pick here because I'm really high on how this player played in Australia. He has a bit of a tricky draw. I'm taking Holger Rune to lift this trophy.
I like it.
He likes the indoor hard. I like Holger for this
like it.
tournament.
Haroon, who you got?
I was going to go for whoever the 1 seed is. But actually, I'm going for the 1 seed. I'm going for Alcaraz is going to lift this trophy.
Ooh, Alcaraz gets his first indoor hard.
Yes,
Bold
sir.
pick.
Yes,
Bold
sir.
pick. Yousef, who are you taking?
I am going with the man who's looking for revenge, who probably has some ice in his veins and also some fire in his veins. Daniil Medvedev lifts this trophy again.
Wow.
I'm going with it.
Okay.
I think Medvedev is going to have a good year, by the way. I know what happened with Tien wasn't the best, but I think he's going to have an amazing
I'm excited. I want to see him stay in the top. I want to see his best level.
Okay. Next up, Dallas. Ismaeel, who wins Dallas?
Yeah, I'm taking this player, again, really high from his performance in Australian Open. I love the mental maturity that's coming together. I like his path in the draw for the most part. Benny Schultz, I'm taking to win Dallas.
Okay. Haroon, who wins Dallas?
Good pick. I have my boy. Casper Ruud is going to win this tournament. You shall see.
Okay.
Yousef.
None of you guys talked about this man, but he had an amazing Aussie Open swing. And Alex Michelsen, I have him winning this tournament back home. He's playing amazing tennis. He's going to continue to rise. Alex Michelsen takes home this tournament.
Wow, spicy pick.
Yes.
Spicy pick.
I don't think it's spicy.
He's an awesome player. He's so fun to watch, by the way. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Guys, that wraps up the show for us today. You can catch us here every week. We're going to talk about the latest updates in tennis. You can also catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram. You can find us everywhere. So like, follow. Also comment, tell us what you think of our picks. Where do you think we can improve? And we'll look to implement it.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Have a good night. Good night. Very good night.